Welcome back to Genius and Discovery. In the previous episode, we explored the incredible universe of Albert Einstein, the man who revolutionized our understanding of space, time, and gravity. If you missed that video, the link is waiting for you right in the description below. Go check it out. But today we're stepping even further back in time to meet a thinker whose work became the solid foundation upon which modern physics stands. The one and only Isaac Newton. A man whose mind reshaped the world forever. Let's begin this journey. Isaac Newton entered the world in 1643. Tiny, weak, and so fragile that people believed he wouldn't live long. Yet that small child, quiet, curious, and often misunderstood, carried within him a storm of ideas that would eventually transform science. As a boy, Newton built many windmills, clocks, lanterns, anything he could imagine. He didn't talk much, but he watched, and he wondered, why do objects move? Why do they stop? Is there a hidden order behind everything? Little did the world know, this boy would one day answer questions no one had ever dared to ask. At 23, Newton's life changed in a way no one could expect. The Great Plague swept across England. Cambridge University shut down, and Newton had to return home to his family farm. Most students would rest, or worry, but Newton, he got to work. Between 1665 and 1666, the famous Year of Wonders, Newton developed the early foundations of calculus, the theory of colors, the idea of universal gravitation, and the beginnings of his laws of motion. All of this alone in a rural village. Sometimes isolation creates genius. Let's clear one thing up. Newton was not struck on the head by an apple. But he did see an apple fall, and that moment sparked something extraordinary. He wondered, if the apple falls to the ground, why doesn't the moon fall too? This single question grew into a revolutionary concept. Gravity is universal. The same force pulling apples down keeps planets in orbit. Imagine realizing the heavens obey the same laws as Earth. That was Newton's brilliance. These laws became the backbone of classical mechanics, the rules of how everything moves. Let's break them down simply and clearly. First law, the law of inertia. Objects prefer to keep doing what they're already doing. If they rest, they stay still. If they move, they keep moving unless something pushes or pulls them. This law destroyed centuries of misconceptions. Second law, force equals mass times acceleration. This is the formula behind rockets, cars, falling objects, everything. It explains how motion changes depending on force and mass. Without this equation, modern engineering would be impossible. Third law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Jump up, the Earth pushes you back. Fire a rocket, the exhaust pushes downward, the rocket goes upward. Push a wall, it pushes back. It's also why you roll backward when pushing a skateboard. Together, these laws didn't just explain motion, they defined the rules of the physical world. Newton wasn't satisfied with solving motion and gravity. No, he went further. He built the world's first practical reflecting telescope. He discovered that white light is made of all colors. He developed calculus, the mathematical language of change. He helped shape the scientific method: observation, testing, proof. Newton didn't just explain the universe, he taught humanity how to study it. Newton was a genius, but he was also deeply human. He was shy, solitary, and easily upset by criticism. He kept many of his discoveries hidden for years, fearing judgment. He fought bitter intellectual battles, particularly with Gottfried Leibniz over who invented calculus. Spoiler, the argument lasted decades. Yet, despite these flaws, Newton's determination, curiosity, and relentless pursuit of truth made him one of the most influential minds in history. Newton's ideas are everywhere today, in engineering, astronomy, robotics, vehicles, satellites, space exploration, and even your phone's motion sensors. His laws are taught in every school. His method of thinking guides modern science, and his influence echoes through every discovery that came after him. One mind, one vision, a new understanding of the world. Thank you for watching! This was the story of Isaac Newton, the man who defined motion and helped humanity understand the universe in a completely new way. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel Genius and Discovery, and click the bell so you never miss a new episode. See you soon, and stay curious!